Yeah, I remembered, wasn't it?
You need a better camera operator. Go on.
Right, Chuck, we'll go.
Okay. Some of you probably have heard of the hurricane that we had here in the United States just recently. Hurricane Helene came ashore in Florida, the northern part of Florida, and it did quite a bit of damage, but it was such a humongous storm cell. As it moved north, it accumulated, and as far north as north and South Carolina, Georgia, there's been a tremendous amount of flooding, even out in West Tennessee. I'm in Middle Tennessee, and we got quite a bit of rain, but we needed the rain.
Yeah, they had it on our news, the pictures from North Carolina.
It was really bad.
Yeah, it was awful.
Last account, there was like 120 confirmed deaths and 700 people missing still. So, and
That's
like
a lot of
5 bridges were totally destroyed, about 15 more were damaged. The whole state is pretty much shut down. So anyway, I thought I would try to do a tune that had relation to that, and I thought of Bridge Over Troubled Waters by Paul Simon, written in 1970, and strangely enough, it was sung by our Garfunkel, but not Paul, but Paul's the one that wrote it. So here we go, Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Had this problem earlier. Here we go.
Excellent. Really good, Chuck. Thank you very much. And we'll sort out the volume for next time. We could hear you, but we all had to sit. You've never had this room so quiet. Thanks, Chuck. Right, I've got a Tom Paxton song. Marvellous Toy. First time I actually came across this song, Julie Felix sang it on some TV, I wasn't sure whether was it her own TV show. I wasn't sure whether it was singing on that or whether it was feature song. Marvellous Toy. When I was just a wee little lad, full of health and joy, Father homeward came one day and gave to me a toy. Wonder to behold it was, with many colours bright. The moment I laid eyes on it, it became my heart's delight. It went zip when it moved and bop when it stopped and whir when it stood still. Never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Well, the first time that I picked it up, I got a big surprise. Right on the bottom were two big buttons that looked like big green eyes. I first pushed one and then the other, then I twisted its lid. When I put it down again, this is what it did. It went zip when it stopped and when it moved and whir when it stood still. Never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Well, it first marched left and then marched right, then marched under a chair. And when I looked where it had gone, it wasn't even there. Well, I started to cry and my daddy laughed, for he knew that I would find. When I looked around, that marvellous toy came chugging from behind. It went zip when it stopped and bop when it moved and whir when it stood still. Never knew just what it was, and I guess I never will. Well, the years have gone so quickly it seemed, have my own little boy. Yesterday I gave to him my marvellous little toy. His eyes nearly popped right out of his head, gave a squeal of glee. Neither of us know what it is, but he loves it just like me. Still goes zip when it moves and bump when it stops and whir when it stood still. Neither of us know just what it is, but I guess we never will. Thank you very much. He's a good writer, Tom Paxton, isn't he? I mean, all sorts of...
He's no one-trick pony, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. Barry.
Right. Chris Christopherson. Again. Well, it has to be done, doesn't it? I mean, September the 28th, we lost him 88 years old. So, this is, I was going to do this, so I looked at this through the afternoon, I thought I'll do this. Then I thought, no, everybody else will do this, so I was expecting this song to have been done twice. So I looked at another song by Chris Christopherson, which I'll do next time, because I'm not sure I've got the melody completely in my head, and I could go completely off track somewhere. So, hey, this is Help Me Make It Through the Night. Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall. Lay it soft upon my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday's dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. And it's sad to be alone, help me make it through the night. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Lord, it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night.
Thank you very much, Barry.
Right, we're going to continue our theme of people who are hard working and have hard jobs, and this is about herring fishermen. It's written by Ewan McCall. I always thought he was a lot older than that, but written by Harry McCall, and it's The Shoals of Herring. With our nets and gear, we're faring on the wild and wasteful ocean. It's there on the deep that we hunt and we earn our bread, as we hunted for the shoals of herring. It was a fine and a pleasant day. Out of Yarmouth Harbour I was faring as a cabin boy on a sailing lugger, for to go and hunt the shoals of herring. The work was hard and the hours long, and the treatment sure it took some bearing. There was little kindness and the kicks were many, as we hunted for the shoals of herring. We fished the Sorth and the Broken Bank. I was cooking, I'd a quarter sharing, and I used to sleep standing on my feet, and I dream about the shoals of herring. We left the home grounds in the month of June, and to Canny Shields we soon were bearing, with 100 crown of silver diamonds we've taken from the shoals of herring. Now you're up on deck, you're a fisherman, you can swear and show a manly bearing. Take your turn and watch with the other fellows while you're searching for the shoals of herring. The stormy seas and the living gales, just to earn your daily bread you're daring, from the Dover Straits to the Faroe Isles, as you following the shoals of herring? Oh, I've earned my keep and I paid my way, and I've earned the gear that I was wearing. Sailed 1,000,000 miles, caught 10,000,000 fishes, as we sail in after shoals of herring. As we're sailing after shoals of herring.
Bass voice.
Very deep, very husky. Been on the North Sea a long while.
So this is another song with an agricultural feel. It's a Ralph McTell song. At least I think it's his original song. It's called Girl from the Hiring Fair.
It is, Ralph.
It is Ralph, yeah. So he went to the hiring fair to get a job, but he ended up getting a lot more than a job. I went down to the hiring fair, thought to sell my labour. I noticed a maid in the very next row, and I hoped she'd be my neighbour. Imagine then, oh my delight, when the farmer picked us both. I spoke not a word in the cart to the farm, but my heart beat in my throat. My lodging was dry, my master fair, and I gave him full measure. When my envy grew like the corn in the field, for in his house was my treasure. And I'd watch her carry water or drive cows from the byre. And the heat of the sun made the corn grow strong, and with it my desire. I'd see her in my dreaming, in my dreams caress her eyes and lips, her dark brown hair, the curves beneath her dress. When harvest time it came at last, so heavy was the task, that the women and the men worked side by side, and I had her near at last. I saw hard at my side, few words between us passed, and I cursed my tongue-tied youthfulness. I hoped she'd hear my heart. When all was safely gathered in, and we sat down to rest, my trembling fingers touched her arm, and she placed them on her breast. Turned to me as the sun went down, and all my senses reeled, as we lay there on the centered ground, and the moon rose over the field. safely gathered in my arms when from the barn drifted the sound of the violin, hurried back to the farm. And all were dancing in the lantern light, music filled the air. And I thanked my stars for the harvest moon and the girl from the highway fair.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
It's not my night tonight.
It's
If
very-
we
it's
cross,
very-
if we cross bits out and pencil them in, they've got to be visible. I was going to sing Jackson C. Frank's song, Blues Run the Game, his most famous song, I think. Or he did write quite a few. But he's an American, for those who don't know, he's got a long backstory, but he came to this country in the mid-60s and was on radio and played at clubs in London particularly. And I won't ramble through the whole story, but this is one of his most famous songs, I think. So, if I can get comfortable. Catch a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues are all the same. Send out for whiskey, baby, send out for gin. The end room service, honey. The end room service, baby. The end room service, while we're living life with sin. When I'm not drinking, baby, you are on my mind. When I ain't sleeping, mama. When I ain't sleeping, mama. When I'm not sleeping, you know, find me crying. Try another city, baby, try another town. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues come following down. Living is a gamble, baby, but it's much the same. Wherever I have played, wherever I've thrown them dice, wherever I have played, the blues will run the game. Maybe tomorrow, honey, someplace down the line, I'll wake up older, so much older, mama. I'll wake up older, and I'll just stop all my crying. Catch a boat to England, baby, maybe to Spain. Wherever I have gone, wherever I've been and gone, wherever I have gone, the blues are all the same.
This is by Elmore James, it's called The Sky is Crying. The sky is crying. Can you see them tears roll down the street? The sky is crying. See them tears roll down the street. Looked at my window, the rain is coming down in the sheets. My baby left me. Lord knows the reason why. My baby left me. Lord knows the reason why. But when I think about her, I hang my head and cry. The sun is shining, but it's raining in my heart. The sun is shining, but it's raining in my heart. I love that girl, never did want us to part.
Over to Bob's Memorabilia Corner.
Well, we just had a song by a colleague here about old blues song. Talked tonight about, well, one of the giants of the blues, Howlin' Wolf. Yeah. He was born in 1910 in the Mississippi Delta. His real name was Chester Burnett. As you know, it's a big influence on anybody who likes rock and blues in the 20th century, late 20th century. Virtually worshipped by some musicians. He learned to play the guitar from watching a very early blues guy called Charlie Patton. Has anybody ever heard of him? And then he was taught to learn. He could play harmonica as well, and he learned the harmonica from Sonny Boy Williamson, who later played with the Yardbirds when he came to England. Although he thought the Yardbirds were rubbish, Sonny Boy Williamson, but anyway. As you know, he's a very powerful singer with an unbelievable voice, very, very loud and booming and strong. Anyway, he started. He started out playing. He just played wherever he could, local parties, clubs, even in the street. And then he moved to West Memphis, which I think is Tennessee, in the late 40s. I think just after the war. I think he did army service. And he put a band together with Junior Parker and James Cotton, I think, was also a harmonica player. And then luckily he was played on a local radio show in Memphis, and he first recorded at the Sun Studios, and that was in 1951, and he was scouted by Ike Turner, who scouted a lot of musicians. It was incredible. He was a sort of unofficial scout for Sun Records by Sam Phillips. And his first record was called Moaning at Midnight. I think the B-side was How Many More Years. It's quite a well-known blues song. Became his first single. And then Sam Phillips, he recorded these old blues songs quite primitively, and he sold it to Chess Records in Chicago. And then recorded one which again the Yardbirds made their swan song, Smokestack Lightning. Spoonful, as we know, was done by groups like the Cream. I think somebody else wrote that song though. Little Red Rooster, Evil, Backdoor Man, and Killing Floor. Killing Floor. And Mike Bloomfield, white blues guitarist, I think, had a band, or he did a number called Killing Floor. But after his debut in the 50s, he didn't do that many songs. He only recorded 3 more songs in the 50s. He began an association with a guitarist called Herbert Slomlin, who remained his guitarist for the rest of his career. I think he also, Herbert Slomlin also, did essentially do Muddy Waters. Might well have done. Anyway, by the 1960s, his records weren't selling that well, but the records that had sold well were very influential. And all the white blues players, from Clapton and people like that, the white and American white blues players, took a lot of ideas from him. He came to England about 1962 or 64, and he played at the Fairfield Halls in Croydon. And a few weeks before that, the Rolling Stones went to the Regent Sound Studios in London to record their Little Red Rooster, which actually got to #1 in the early 60s.
The Rolling Stones did
Yeah, Little Red Rooster, yeah, they did great, yeah. He also played at the Newport Folk Festival in 1966 and other sort of American blues folk festivals. And in 1970 he recorded the London Howling Wolf sessions with Eric Clapton, Charlie Watts, Stevie Winwood, Ian Stewart, who was the 6th member of the Stones, and Bill Wyman. But later I think he disclaimed that LP. He didn't think it was very good. But anyway, in 1971 he had a car accident and it caused irreplaceable damage to his kidneys. He continued to record, but obviously was slowing down. And his last performance was in Chicago during November 1975 with B.B. King. And he died of kidney failure. And it was obviously proclaimed as one of the giants of the blues. He's got a very distinctive voice.
I think Keith Richards always claims that he was one of his big influences.
Yeah, Keith Richards did, yeah.
Great, thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
We will all go and look on YouTube and have a listen to a bit of Howling Wolf.
That CD you mentioned, that's a good CD. You
Yeah.
may not like it, but it's actually a really good CD. And there's bits of it there where he's actually kind of trying to instruct the band what to do.
Yeah.
And Clapton's coming back, and I think Keith Richards over there they're going. So said, well, give us some. If you gave us an idea of where you were going, we'd be able to follow you much better. But he didn't give very much instruction. It was sort of watch him like a hawk and go with him when he changed the key or changed the chord.
Yeah.
The old blues.
Thank you, Bob. Right,
Okay.
Chris, what have you got for us?
Down and Out Blues, Flanagan around the number. When you're tired, lonesome, walking around the town, and the rain comes uninvited in your shoes, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? Sing the Down and Out Blues. All you possess in this great big world is an appetite you're trying your best to lose. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? Sing the Down and Out Blues. When all your dreams and schemes have gone astray, and your pals and gals have left you on your own, laugh and the world laughs with you, weep and you weep alone. Where can you go to? What can you do? Beggars cannot choose. Tired, lonesome, walking around the town, singing the Down and Out Blues. When your dreams and schemes have gone astray, and your pals and gals have left you on your own, laugh and the world laughs with you, weep and you weep alone. Where can you go to? What can you do? Beggars cannot choose. Tired, lonesome, walking around the town, and the rain comes uninvited in your shoes. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? Sing the Down and Out Blues. sing the down and out blues. Thank you very much indeed.
Now let me guess, you're going to sing Michelle.
The second Beatles song of the evening. I saw a story on YouTube, I don't know, maybe you can verify it for me or someone else, but apparently McCartney wrote this when he was 14, Michelle, and he used to play it as a joke at parties and stuff, you know. Didn't really take it seriously. And later, when they became famous and they recorded the Rubber Soul, I think it was Rubber Soul album, they were looking for songs, and John Lennon said, do you remember that little diss he used to do at parties about French thing, you know? Why don't we do that? And they worked on it together again, they brought it back. I mean, Paul McCartney wrote most of it, but I do believe the chorus bit where it's, I love you, came from John Lennon. So that's the story I heard on YouTube. I don't know how much of that is true, but sounds good anyway, doesn't it? I've got a tab introduction, but that's not ready yet. So next time when I play that, I'll do that introduction. These are words that go together well. Michel, ma love, sont des noms qui vont très bien ensemble. I love you, I love you, I love you. That's all I want to say. Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. Michel, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble. I need to make you see. Until I find a way, I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. Michelle, I lost it. I'm sorry, I got lost with it. Okay. Michelle, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble. And I will say the only words I know that you'll understand. My Michelle. I think I brought the wrong glasses.
There's nothing wrong with a little interruption in the middle of a song.
We all do it. Sometimes. The wrong glasses, he said quickly. Swap. Thank you for that. I've changed my mind on what I was going to sing. It's you two keep influencing me over there. Work songs. You made me think about Oasis. I was going to do a bit of classic Dylan, but I don't know why I didn't think of this year, because I've been sorting out arrangements for a trip for the family to go to Cardiff shortly, and my grandfather's been in my mind as well. He was a miner down there, so there's all that sort of thing's been welling up a bit. This isn't actually about mining, it's about coal, but not about mining. This is a song I wrote a couple of years ago now, about the trimmers on ships, coal-fired ships or coal colliers carrying coal. You had to make sure that the coal was, in the right place and level and flat. And I suppose when you're using it, because my grandfather was a stoker on a battleship in World War I. I don't think he was a trimmer actually, but as he said, as they used the coal up, the coal had to be moved around, otherwise they would
ship would sort of end up tipped over. And when you loaded a coal collier to send the coal out for export, again, you had to level it and make sure it wasn't tilt. That's it, all the rest of it. So this is a song about the Cardiff coal trimmers. I hope I can cope. It's just about at the top of my register, but we'll give it a go. Cardiff is my hometown, born in Tiger Bay. The coal docks were my living every single working day. Ships there were aplenty, loading coal at every quay. And trimming was my business, so those ships could put to sea. Now there's tippers and there's trimmers, see, each with their part to play. Us trimmers got the worst of it, but we didn't get better pay. We're right down in the ship where all the coal dust flies about. 'Cause when the tippers tip it down the chute, us trimmers gotta spread it out. But now that's fading away, fading away. All the black stuff's gone, so it's all fading away. Now trimming coal's not fancy work, and it won't make you rich. And in the past I wouldn't tell the nature of my pitch. If someone came to ask me how I earn my pay, I'd tell them I'm in coal exporting. More than that I mustn't say, 'cause coming is dark and dirty work, right down in the hold. The coal dust, it'll get you by the time that you get old. It was my chosen business, but before I knew the score. And now the coal's all gone, I've got no lungs left anymore. That's why I'm fading away, fading away. All the black stuff's gone, and I'm fading away. Now good Welsh coal, it powered the world from Queen Victoria's reign. It fueled their navies, turned their mills, and drove most every train. But how do you think it got there? Well, just through the likes of me. 'Cause we loaded, trimmed and settled it, and sent it across the sea. Load that coal and get it down, be sure that ship won't roll around. Keep it level and keep it tight, it's dark as hell, and in this light I'm fading away, fading away. All the black stuff's gone, and I'm fading away. Now you might think 'twas Maggie put an end to trimmer's toil, but all those ships were gone before the days of North Sea oil. Coal exporting died a death in 1964, long before she closed the pits and left no coal mines anymore. Still, coal folks never thought that much of Maggie and her ilk. They'll say she stole their livelihoods just like the children's milk. But there's a heavy irony that makes us catch our breath, 'cause the livelihood she stole away was choking us to death. That's why I'm fading away, fading away. All the black stuff's gone, and I'm fading away. Now home is like a hospital, there's tubes and pipes galore. My armchair's armed with oxygen to fight the coal dust war. I'm into heavy breathing, but I'm not a devotee, 'cause it's pneumoconiosis and 'twill be the death of me. And so I'm fading away, fading away. All the black stuff's gone, and I'm fading away. All those ships have gone, it left me fading